What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna get finally started on our hood to finish this truck once and for all. That's the last piece of the whole puzzle. So everything else is pretty much done. We got all our lights working. We got the whole cab, bed, everything wrapped. We just need the hood, which is going to be the hardest part because of this bend. So in order for me to wrap this hood, we either have to get painted or get it primered enough where it's nice and smooth where the vinyl can actually stick to it. So let's go ahead and get started by removing this part here. I can wrap this off the truck, and then I'm gonna have my cuñado help me remove the whole hood and place it over this tarp area on this side, so that I can have a table set up in here and everything, and I can spray and not get any overspray on my freshly wrapped truck. So let's get started by removing this piece, and then we'll go ahead and remove the whole hood and move it over here to a table setup. Alright, we got it off. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the sanding process. Probably split it into pieces, otherwise I'm gonna get so tired. But I'm probably gonna do from this front area here. So I'm gonna go grab a block, kind of wet sand it as much as I can, and then let it dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna apply a coat of primer and then some black paint over it to kind of get a guide coat over, and then sand it again. So it's gonna be a lot of boring work here. I'm just gonna put you guys in a time lapse.
Funhouse active, king of the palace, rubber like Malcolm, balled up fist in the air to the fast lit, yeah. Hands up in the air, they gun me down. I keep it 100, they crunching the numbers, I'm getting out. Young nigga got a fetish for success, if I ain't next and I just...
This is what you pretty much want. I sanded it down with 320 wet sand. So we got it super smooth, but you can see a lot of sanding scratches here. It looks like Street Concepts, what they do is they buy an HD hood and then they mold this piece down, because you can see a little bit of Bondo here in this area. So I'm pretty sure they mold this big piece onto the hood, and the hood is actually still metal. I'm gonna go ahead and tack cloth all this, and I'm gonna apply a couple coats of primer, filler primer, and then I'll move on to the other side. And I want to accomplish most of the hood today, and then that way tomorrow I have a full day to work on these little louver areas here and that top section here. So if I can at least accomplish all this today, I'm gonna feel good about today. Alright, it's been a couple minutes. I went ahead and added a guide coat on this side. This side's looking pretty good. I think that side has a bunch of like sanding scratches, so that's the side I'm gonna be taking a long time with. But this side is pretty much 50% done. I'm gonna sand the guide coat off and we'll see where all the scratches are. I do have some of that leftover spot putty, so I can go ahead and add it where I need it. I'm gonna need a lot of body work in here in these little crevices. There's like leftover fiberglass on this stuff. Up here too, I need to fix that corner up. And then this over here too, I need to fix all this section up. So this is probably what's gonna take me a while, honestly. You can kind of see the sanding scratches here. Maybe not on camera. Not sure if you can, but there's some scratches right here. But overall, we got a little bit of holes here, more scratches here and scratches here. But honestly, overall, it's not too bad. So I think I'm gonna finish this pretty quickly, and then I'll work on this side like that, all this area. It's not too bad. All right, I'm gonna go at it for another hour, and I'll catch up to you guys in a bit.
Some pressure next to rain on the window pane, puffin' plain Jane. Let them second guess me, wanna cop the Porsche with the porcelain skin. Grip the wheels, let the horses just spin. Why they trash, another chore on my list. Added this orbit, I saw with the pen. I'm eating good, Miss Caloric as shit. I sipped the potion and poured it in. I on the tide when she poured it. Opportunity knock at the door, then I grin. They rush for the doors, then they open like biscuit. Pin stroke game.
All right, guys, I know I'm gonna get roasted for this so much, but we ended up covering the louvers here. I added one coat of fiberglass over it. I'm probably gonna add another one, then sand it, and we can add our Bondo. But it was just gonna be way too hard, way too difficult to paint this, and I want a nice clean show truck look. I don't want my vinyl just to stay here and run the risk of it lifting or anything, because there's no border here. There's no border whatsoever. There is on this side, so this side would have no issues. I could tuck it in, but this side I would run the risk of it always lifting. Even when you wash the truck, the towels and stuff you would use, it would risk it lifting. So I know you guys are gonna get pretty upset on the comment section, but I had to do it. So I already did this side. This side's kind of messy right here, but we're gonna sand everything nice and perfect. And I added a little bit of putty, glazing putty on this side here. You guys can see it there. This side here is all completely done, and I'm gonna wait to show you my whole sleeve that I got done until this is all healed, but I'll show you guys. But this side's already all smoothed out, no imperfections whatsoever on half this part of the hood. So once we get this pretty much settled in, all we'll need to do is this part, which I can do in a day, and then we're gonna paint this part here in gloss black, soon enough here. I just need to fix a little bit of these imperfections still that I can see here and there. So, but other than that, everything else is pretty good. I just need to sand it all so our paint can stick to this. But there we have it. So while this dries, I'm gonna go ahead and just start sanding that. Throw another coat of primer, another coat of guide coat, and finish it off. I want to finish all this part right here today, and then hopefully I can level this out at least. Alright, it's been a few hours. I got all this sanded down, all that sanded down, all that sanded down, so all that's smooth all the way around. We got 2 coats of fiberglass on here. It's nice and strong. I added more than enough, that way I can block it down. So I'm gonna grab my DA sander, take off most of the top part off, and then we're gonna add a skim coat of Bondo over that to match from here all the way down to here. So hopefully we can kind of even it out. If we do a really good job, you're not gonna even be able to tell that there was some vents here. So that's the whole point of this. So I'm just gonna let this dry a little bit longer, and then just go ahead and hit it with some 80 grit. I had to put a bunch of that spot putty here because we had a bunch of sand scratches here and little sand scratches here and there. This is pretty much gonna be done today. That way tomorrow I can just focus on all this area. And these are gonna take, like I said, everything's gonna take about a week. So I'm being patient, but it does take a lot of work. This is custom work, so especially this, I'm changing a lot on the hood, so hopefully it comes out exactly how I want it to look. Alright guys, I'm getting kind of tired of this, but we are, I want to say 50% there, which is pretty good, honestly. Again, I'm not a body shop, I'm not a body work guy, so hopefully this comes out good. This is what I have so far. So we applied 2 coats of the fiberglass, and this is my second coat of Bondo. So first one, I kind of used the DA to kind of level it out. This next one, I'm going to go ahead and block everything to make sure that it matches from this end to this other end, which is also metal. So from metal to metal, block it, make sure it's all completely even, and then primer it, fill in any little holes, and then primer it again. And pretty much it. So I've got 3-4 more days worth of work here. I haven't sanded this area yet, and this side's barely my first coat here. It's already dry. So this is my first coat. I'm gonna continue this tomorrow. But this one laid out really nice. Laid a nice wet coat on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and block this one. So hopefully we can get this completely even so it looks like one whole piece. But we almost have it. Alright guys, this is like day 3 already. Alright, we got this side pretty much done right here. So everything's nice and smooth. I filled in a little bit of the low areas when I blocked it. So we got that done. And then we still need to do this side and this side right here. Over on this side, I barely got started on this side, so I laid down some fiberglass filler. And now a small skim coat of Bondo. So I'm just gonna let this fully cure. Maybe tomorrow sand this side to make it look like the other side. So hopefully I can get started on just the painting process over here by Saturday. Today is Wednesday, so it gives me a couple days to block all this, make sure everything's perfect. But this side, this side's looking pretty good. This side, very good, very good. Maybe by tomorrow I'll have this whole side completed right here. And then Friday and Saturday finish that side. So maybe Sunday I'm gonna be painting these black right here. All right guys, it's been a couple days after. I got all of this body worked already. All it has is a coat of primer over it. I'm not gonna be coating this with clear because I'm just gonna be wrapping it, so why waste some clear? But I am clearing this area here so you guys can see how clean it's coming. I mean, it's as perfect as can be. It took me like 4 days to body work this section. Because it is gloss black, I need to have it like perfect. We got a little bit of trash in it, nothing we can't take out later on, but we work with what we can. But that's what we have right there. I'm gonna give that probably a total of like 5 coats. And then I'm gonna let that cure probably a couple days, so then we can start wrapping the rest. I'll make a separate video on how to wrap this whole thing because it's gonna take me quite a while. I need to make the cutout right here with the wrap, and then this part is gonna be kind of hard to wrap through, but we'll probably have to sand this down with maybe 1000 grit to get it nice and smooth so that the wrap can actually stick onto that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it maybe 2 more coats. I think I have a total of 3 right now. Make it nice and thick so that I can wet sand it and then polish it. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed yet. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram if you guys want to see daily updates. You guys probably already saw the whole finished truck if you guys follow me on Instagram, so make sure you guys follow me on there. For everybody that's ordered their merch, I'm sending out your orders out today. Since I'm back from Mexico, it took me a little while. I'm like a week behind on orders, so I'm sorry about that. Everybody who ordered their Chiena sticker and your shirts and hats, be on the lookout this week because I'm going to be sending it out. Thank you everybody who supports the channel. Let me know what you guys think of the new hood down below. Do you guys like that I covered the little vents, or do you guys hate it? So let me know. That's going to be it for this video. Make sure you guys tune in for the next one.
The fridge, sound wave for like more than the clicks. Cowabunga, search the web for my shit. Ayy, wait. Been gritty, don't pity, they full thing with me, been real. Fuck trending, I'm hype, I'm litty, been this since scrimmage. Don't play game with me, I volley these hits like I play tennis. I dreamt this shit, now I live it, don't pitch. I live here at the top of the titty, said I run this shit. How I try to with the pizza,